Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is David Sikanemi Comics. I'm want to do another video about ratio variants. Are they worth getting for the ratio or buying it on premium? So when it comes out to 1 out of 10, 1 out of 15, 1 out of, I don't know, name the ratio, 25. 1 out of 25 happens to be the biggest one. 1 out of 50, so. Is it worth it to get one on the day of the day of its release, or is it heavily printed? Let's find out. I got 5 books here for you. That is in my collection. I just want to kind of highlight or kind of go through what it's been sold for and what they're asking. So we can kind of figure out, is it worth getting it or not? All right, the first one is Alice Ever After. This is 1 out of 50, black and white, cover done by J. Scott Campbell. Also have a preview of The Grimm from the Boom Studio. But yeah, CGC 9.8 asking sold for $75. Average price asking is $19, so way below heavily overly printed book. But if you are into J. Scott Campbell and things like that, I don't know. Might as just pick it up for cheap. Got this for $10 at the LCS. I think I paid about $10. Anyway, it was cheap. It wasn't asking $150 or $25. It was way under. I think it was, like I said, it's heavily printed by Boom Studio and being J. Scott Campbell and all. So there's that. Other one is Ultimate X #1. As you can see, it has a kind of like a shimmer on this claw. This is what they call the metal claw variant. So this is 1 out of 10. There's a 1 out of 25 with the silver foil. Just has Jimmy Hudson on the cover without all this. But that one is a little bit higher. But this one, 1 out of 10, the metal claw Art Adam cover. First appearance of Jimmy Hudson, Ultimate World, Wolverine's son. So for 15, asking for 15. So it's a little bit over ratio, but still, there's a mini cover. This was also heavily printed. There was 1 out of 50, 1 out of 25. There's a second print one. 10, I don't know. There's many of this Ultimate X #1 when it comes to Jimmy Hudson. So metal claw, just be on the lookout for this shimmer. If doesn't, it's just the regular cover. It's not a ratio, but the metal claw is the one that is a little bit sought after because it's a little bit harder or because it's a ratio. All right, there's this one here. Harley Quinn #24, 1 out of 50. This is Lulabi variant. I think this is the first appearance of, I don't know, Miracle Molly or something like that. Also heavily printed because there was a lot of store variants. So 1 out of 50. Believe it or not, there's none that is sold, but it is asking average about $45. So 1 out of 50, asking 45. Open to best offer. You tell me if getting the ratio variants on the day of its release, paying the premium. To me, right now, so far, no. This is a gift that I got from the Doom 143, but always love this cover because I'm a huge fan of Adam Hughes. This is Batgirl issue #25. This is 1 out of 25, issue #29. This is what they call the Robot Chicken variant. I think they have done many of these throughout the title on the New 52. Not an easy book to get, but 1 out of 25. None has been sold, but they're asking $50, $45 to $50. So almost the double this ratio, but I don't think this was heavily printed. Also, who's gonna be buying 25 copies of Batgirl number 29, where there's no significant first appearances nor anything that happened within this issue, but just because it's an Adam Hughes along with 125, and that has that robot chicken. If you haven't watched Robot Chicken on the Cartoon Network, I wasn't. Anyway, we can go into that different. So yeah, so this one kind of panned out. Yeah, but none has been sold, so nobody really pulling the trigger on a back row number 29. All right, the last one is one of my favorite cover due to the just the cover itself. No significant storyline or first appearances, but just a great cover. This is Mockingbird issue number 2. Um, this is one of the 25 Nin Chang variant. Asking 55, double the variant, but the last one sold for $41. So I think just due to the great art, kind of has that very anime feel to it. But Nin Chang variant. So you decide, is it worth to get the ratio? Do your research to see if there's any store variant that has been released for those, because once if there's a lot of store variant for that specific issue that has a ratio variant, it pretty much will be saturated. So this one here is not an easy book to find, but still asking $40. So there's that. Batgirl number 29, 1 of 25. Adam Hughes cover is the same cover as issue number 1, but just has that Robin robot chicken. So $41. None has been sold, but asking 50. All right. Harley Quinn 24, 1 out of 50, asking 45, but none has been sold, so we don't know yet, but still a great cover. Ultimate X number 1, 1 out of 10. There's many variation of this title, so just be on the lookout for that Metal Claw on that 1 out of 50, along with 1 out of 25, and there's 1 out of 10 like this. All right. So asking for 15, so that's all right. I think this is the biggest bomb here. Preview of Grimm, 1 out of 50. Adam Hughes, J. Scott Campbell, 1 out of 50. Sold for $75 CGC, but asking $19. But none has been sold in raw. So there's that. Hope you like this segment, and yeah, kind of decide. Do your research before you pull the trigger on those ratio variants on the day of its releases. Find out what other stores are doing it or have their exclusive that's been coming out and things like that. Do your research. You'll save a ton of money and not pulling the trigger due to FOMO. But with that said, go check out 789 Comics. Use the code 7 SNMC to get your 10% discount on all your orders. All right. With that said, until next time, guys, shoots.